My sister mocked my disability. At a family dinner, do you really need a special chair or are you just milking it for attention? My sister shouted across the table while I was literally trying to transfer from my wheelchair without face planting into the mashed potatoes. Everyone went quiet except her. She laughed. Come on guys, it's funny. Look, she's doing a little sad face. My hand slipped on the armrest. My hip screamed. I caught myself on the table, glasses clinking. Stop, I said through my teeth. She mimicked me, twisting her face. Stoop, my hip hurts. Then she pulled a fake out, complete with limp-wristed T-Rex arms. Her boyfriend snorted. I scanned the table. Mom stared at her plate. Dad pretended to be fascinated by the gravy. My aunt suddenly needed more water from the empty jug. Nobody said anything. For context, because apparently they all needed a reminder. 2 years ago, a drunk driver hit my car. I was on a crosswalk. My spine and hips shattered like glass. I learned how to move again. I learned how to pee into a bag. I learned how to live sitting down. My sister learned absolutely nothing. Tonight was our first full family dinner since my last surgery. Mom begged, please come, it'll mean a lot. I dragged my body, my meds, and my anxiety over, thinking maybe they finally treat me like a human again and not a walking, well, rolling tragedy. Instead, I got, at least you finally have a reason to be lazy. That was her opener when I rolled in. Now she cleaned her wine glass with a fork. To my brave sister, she said, fake cheery, for surviving being run over and still managing to make every conversation about her disability. Laughter from exactly one person. Her. My throat burned. I didn't even bring it up. I said, you did. She shrugged. You bring it up by existing, babe? Dad murmured, enough, Jenna. Not loud, not firm, just background noise. She turned to him. I'm joking. We're family. You're allowed to joke, right? Or is that ableist now? She dragged out ableist like it tasted bad in her mouth. I stared at my plate. If I looked at her, I was going to cry or launch a fork. Maybe both. She wasn't done. Remember when she made us change the restaurant because it didn't have a ramp? Like the rest of us don't have legs? Jenna, Mom whispered, please. No, seriously, I want to understand. She kept going, louder. We've been catering to her for 2 years. Special chairs, special bathrooms, special parking. At what point is it just attention? My heart dropped in my stomach. My fingers started doing that tremory thing they do when I'm overwhelmed. I tucked them under the table so she wouldn't comment on that too. Attention? I repeated. She took a sip of wine. You love being the victim. You always have. Now, you just got a literal wheelchair to go with it. Her boyfriend chuckled. Jenna, no, she needs to hear it. Jenna said. Everyone tiptoes around you, but I won't. Someone has to be honest. You're not dying. You're just slower now. It landed like a slap. I looked up at her, and something inside me just clicked. That tiny switch between please like me and I'm done apologizing for breathing. You know what? I said. You're right. Someone should be honest. She smirked. Finally. I pulled my phone out and opened the voice memos app. It stopped on the recording I started when I rolled in when she greeted me with, look, it's the main character. Her eyes widened. What are you doing? I turned the volume up and hit play. The room filled with her own voice. Do you get disability money for this? Because if you're getting paid, sign me up to be paralyzed too. Her boyfriend's laugh echoed. Then, I swear, if I ever end up in a chair, just push me off a bridge. My uncle dropped his fork. My aunt whispered, oh my god. Jenna lunged for my phone. Turn that off. I pulled it back. Why? I thought it was just jokes. We're family, right? Dad's voice finally went sharp. You said that? She looked around, panicking. It was out of context. We joke like that all the time. She thinks everything is about her. The recording kept going. You're lucky, honestly. Jenna's recording voice said, you don't have to work. Everyone feels sorry for you. Built-in excuse for being a failure. Mom's face crumpled. I pressed pause. So, is that enough context? Jenna slammed her hand on the table. Delete it. No, I said. I sent it to myself already. And to Mom. Mom checked her phone. Her hand shook. It's here. Jenna rounded on her. Why are you looking at me like that? She recorded me without my consent. I laughed, cold. You mocked my permanent injury without my consent. Dad finally spoke up. You owe your sister an apology. She barked out a laugh. For jokes? Grow up. She's milking this injury. She loves being helpless. Helpless? I repeated. Jenna, I learned how to drive with hand control so you wouldn't have to take me to my appointments. I pay for my own caregiver so Mom doesn't burn out. The only one who's helpless is you when you don't have an audience. She glared. You're manipulating everyone. Again. Really? I said. Cool. Let's ask your boss if he thinks I'm manipulating you too. Her face drained. What? I swiped and opened another app. Email. Fun fact, I said. When you joke at work about your crippled sister getting free money and one of your coworkers also has a disabled kid, sometimes they email that audio clip to HR and copy me. Her chair screeched back. You wouldn't. I didn't. I said. They did. HR had concerns. They asked me to confirm if it was real. I said I'd talk to you first. The color ran out of her face like a bad filter. Dad looked between us. Is this true? I nodded. They're waiting on a reply, with or without context. Mom covered her mouth. Jenna's voice dropped. You're going to ruin my job over a few jokes? You were willing to ruin my life over a few jokes? I said. Difference is, I can still live without you. Can you live without your personality being mean to my disabled sibling? She tried one last time. Please don't send anything. I shrugged. Then here's what's going to happen. You're going to stop making me the punchline. You're going to apologize. Not in private, not whispered, but right now, in front of everyone you tried to entertain. And you're going to think very carefully next time you open your mouth about someone's body. She crossed her arms. Or what? Or let HR decide if your sense of humor fits their aesthetic. I said, echoing the word she used about my wheelchair last month. Silence. She looked at our parents, then at the phone, then at me. Her jaw clenched. Sorry, she muttered. I cupped my ear. Huh? She swallowed. I'm sorry, she said louder. I shouldn't have said those things. Be specific. I said, you're a big girl. Use your words. She glared daggers. I'm sorry I joked about your disability. It was cruel. My chest loosened just a fraction. Better. I opened the draft email to HR, hovered over the send button, then calmly hit delete. Her shoulders sagged in relief. I put my phone down. One more thing, I added. Everyone looked at me. If you ever try that again, I said, picking up my fork, I won't record you next time. I speared a piece of chicken, met her eyes, and finished. I'll just go live.